not too late. Can he come back and fight?
No.
She said
no.
No. Right, okay.
So then,
okay.
but then he could have.
Sure.
But then so I loaded whatever would fit in my car, and at that time all I had was a Camaro, and I drove, and it was freeing, like it was freeing. And even my baby son was like, I thought when I found out you were leaving and going to Texas, I was like, man, Padre, you just messed up.
Wow.
Because she's never going to come back home. Like she's done. And my sons knew that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I had children. How many children did you have?
He came in with one. He had a child, but he wasn't. They weren't married or nothing. So he had a child before, and then we had 4 together.
Wow.
So and they are 23, 24, 25, 26,
oh, they
and
stepped
27.
right back to back. Wow. What ages again?
23, 24, 25, 26, and 27.
Oh, they back to back.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was very interesting.
Okay.
And so it was. As a matter of fact, at 10 years we were going to get a divorce. He wanted it, and we were going to get a divorce. And then he decided he didn't want to.
Yeah.
We went to go visit his family, and next thing I wanted his son. I wanted him in our family, like to raise him when he was 3.
Yeah.
And they told me it wasn't my business, so I just left it alone. So then when he turned 10, my mother-in-law had died. And so once my mother-in-law died, then they wanted.
I got you.
So then, because I am a damn good mother.
Yeah.
And so, and they knew. So then all of a sudden he came back and he wants to stay together. And I didn't want the divorce in the first place. So we went to go visit his family, and next thing I know, we're coming back with a kid.
Gotcha.
So when he was like 10 or 11, that's when I started raising him.
Yeah.
And so, it was.
Okay. Wow.
And he was still like leaving though. He was still like every other year he would be gone to like, deploy. And one time, and then he went to school, and then after school he went to Korea. So there was 2 times he was gone for us for 2 years.
Wow.
And I pretty much raised the kids on my own.
In the house.
Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. Wow. So both of yours experiences past. Now here's the thing, as I said, we can never change the past.
Right.
Ever. Right? But what we can do is we can take the past and bring it into the present and process it, right? So we don't continue to perpetuate the same problems in the future. So my question then is, what work have you all done on yourselves in terms of therapy? Now I know you got my man Dwayne, right? He's a man,
He's
right?
a man.
And you're out of that divorce, right? So what areas of work of therapy, because I am an advocate for prayer plus therapy.
Yeah.
Read the sacred texts, whatever they are,
Yeah.
plus go see a clinician. So what kind of work did you do on yourself, Valerie?
It's Valerie.
I don't know. I just,
Hey, you're funny. So what work did you do on yourself so you be prepared? So now Dwayne don't have to be the punching bag of all
but
of
he's
your
not.
crap.
He's not.
So I know, I'm my Dwayne over there like this. But so
don't put me in this.
what work did you do on yourself to prepare you for what's coming? Because if you don't, everywhere you go, there you are. They used to say to in our family too, everywhere you go, there you are. So what have you done, and what work are you still doing? Because there are some residual things that come up. Sometimes we can be oblivious of stuff. I know becoming a clinician and going through therapy, allowed me to see things that I didn't really know. I thought I knew, I did, I was like, I'm better, I knew, but no, I didn't. But becoming a clinician and going through therapy helped me to see blind spots, to be oblivious, to say, man, ooh, you sure is ugly, I did some, right? So what work have you done, and what work are you doing even now as things are revealed?
I don't know that I've done anything.
Oh man, Dwayne! Yeah,
I don't know. I never
Sure.
went to any kind of therapy.
Sure. I'm here for you.
And I just figured I can work this out myself.
Okay.
I tried to, I could see how I was probably short in my listening or understanding or wanting things in my marriages. But I also found out that I was very naive and blind, so
Sure.
I try to work on that, and I still am naive and blind. But,
Takes time, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think when I got done with those, I really didn't care about myself at
Sure.
that point. I cared about my daughter, and I put
Yeah.
all my focus on my daughter
I got
because
you. I got you.
her self-esteem
Yeah.
and self-confidence was zero.
Yeah.
He had destroyed it.
Yeah, sure.
So I focused everything on her
On her. Okay.
Yeah.
to bring her to where she is, or was at that time. She's grown now. She's 30. She's
Mm-hmm.
living in
This is now
Colorado.
you and Dwayne.
So it's just,
We
yeah.
got a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know. I mean, I feel I'm okay and a good person,
Yes.
but I know I'm not. I know
Dwayne was like,
I'm not. I know there's things to work on.
yeah,
and,
yeah, sure, absolutely.
Don't we all?
And
Yeah, we all have things to
I'm
work
sure
on.
if you had
Yeah.
Dwayne in a room by himself, he would say, yes, she needs to work on these things.
Right,
But
right. But I think it's to be open though, to become aware that number one, we're not perfect,
right.
but to be at a place where you can be open to listen, especially to
Yes.
Dwayne,
Yeah.
because it impacts him,
Right.
right? So to be open to become better. And I would also suggest it's okay to go see someone.
Mhm.
It's okay to go talk with someone who is a professional,
Right.
so you can sit and have those conversations, because as you do, other things will be revealed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Can I leave?
Yeah.
Once?
So, Lady Day, and we're gonna wrap it up in
Thank
a
you.
second. We're gonna wrap it up, because we're gonna go to the next show.
Oh,
All right?
God.
So I wanna ask the last question, but I wanna say, what work have you done on yourself? Because it's still fresh, right? You said it was last December?
No, November will be
Right.
a year. that
Oh,
we've been
so it's
divorced.
still fresh.
Yeah, we were separated for 2 years prior to.
Yeah, it's still fresh.
Mhm.
So what work have you done on yourself then, and what work are you doing on yourself even now?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest,
Okay.
I haven't really done much work on myself at all, because it's trying to figure out what the heck is going on in the first place. But what
Yeah.
I do know of something that I need to work on is because I didn't have that protector.
Yeah, sure.
I constantly had to stand up for myself. So I get on the defense really
Yeah.
quick. So if somebody's
Yeah.
staring at me, I'm
Yeah.
like, what's your problem? Why
Okay,
are
so
you
that's
staring
all
at
right.
me? And they could really
So,
well just be like,
I'm
oh,
sorry,
no, I
I'm
like
staring
that,
at
I like that
So I'm
outfit she
staring at
has
you,
on."
I'm looking at you, it's an interview.
And I'm like, what? No, so I'm just like,
Right.
and so I do, I take
I got
things
you.
very personal
Personal.
because I have to take up for myself.
Yeah,
So-
okay. How does that affect your relationship? Because I'm sure are you dating now?
No,
Okay. Are you just lie to me?
no, I didn't.
What? Okay, all right. Now I'm gonna let you go. all
Thank
right?
you.
Go and come back.
Okay, wait,
all right?
now you gotta wait, because I needed to go a while ago. So
okay.
ask her, go to
All
her.
right. So I'm, all right, go. All right, go and just come on back.
Yeah.
So I want to say then, the last question for you is this, when you look over your past, what areas do you think that still need repair? As you're reflecting, what areas of your life do you think that still need repair?
I think I need to be more of a listener
Yeah.
and show, like give Dwayne time. I think he's always been there for me. Anything that I wanted to try, I'm an entrepreneur at heart, because my dad, going back to the dad thing, my dad said, you will get a job. You'll go to
Yeah,
you
sure.
go through school.
I got
You'll
you.
go through to college. You're going to get a job, and you're going to work for 30 years and
Right.
retire, and you're going to get medical, and you need to get this type of a
Yeah,
person. He's,
sure.
they said military, nurse, a doctor.
He was teaching you as a son, as most
Yes,
men.
because my
Yeah.
brother
Yeah.
left. My
Sure.
brother was like, I'm sick of this
Gotcha.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
And as soon as he graduated, the next day he was
He was
off to
gone.
Navy.
Yeah. So listen to that. Your dad was teaching you about being safe and secure.
Yes.
And sometimes, sadly, fathers can do that to their daughter. There's nothing wrong with
I know.
there's nothing wrong with a woman.
But he didn't want to
Yeah.
listen to me.
Sure.
That was not my
Yeah.
desire in life.
I
I didn't
gotcha.
want to go and work. I said, look at you, Dad.
Yes.
You have put your whole effing life
Right.
in this job,
Sure.
and you're not happy.
Got it.
You're never here. And I said, why would I want to do that?
Absolutely.
I don't want to do that. I want to do something that I get enjoyment out of life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so I became an entrepreneur, and he thought
Yeah.
I was insane. I would come
Yeah.
home and I said, I'm quitting my job. I've been there 5 years, I'm quitting my job.
Sure.
What?
To him, that was instability.
Mhm.
For a man, he needed that kind of stability to make sure he could possibly take care of the family.
Yeah.
And so he took on that same trait as a woman,
Yeah.
because needing to be protected, needing to be provided for, and all of those.
Right. And see, I
things.
wasn't gonna be
Yeah.
a normal woman.
Yeah.
I was gonna be my own person, and I was gonna
Yeah.
take care of myself, and I was gonna
Sure.
enjoy life.
All right. Okay.
And I don't know, I mean, honestly, I have enjoyed life. I think once I got rid of the 2
Yeah.
ex-husbands
Yeah.
and was kind of focused on myself and what I want out of life,
Yeah.
and go after the things.
Okay.
And, so I guess going back to your question, Dwayne has always been there for me, and he helps and he encourages and he says, yeah, we can do this.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's all about me. And the other day, I guess it's been within the last
Now,
couple
I'm
of
gonna
weeks.
ask you a final question, right? Because definitely about you and doing all those things, making sure you taking care, making sure your daughter taking care.
Yeah.
Because here's the challenging question then,
Mhm.
Valerie, is that when you look over your past, what areas do you need prepared? Then do you think now, how can I make sure that I'm meeting my husband's
I
need
know.
to take care? I want you to think about that.
Well, I did. It
Yeah.
hit me 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
and I'm
okay.
like, wait a minute.
All right.
It's all about me.
It's all about you.
I
Yeah,
need
right.
to take care of him.
Absolutely. What do you think that one of the top priorities, things that he needed in his life? Peace!
I was about to say peace.
Right, I'm going to shout it out quickly.
I want
Men need peace. Right, all that other stuff is great, but
I knew there would be more questions, so I said no to the dating.
Right.
But I was.
Right. So no, for real. I want you to think. We're going to wrap it up with you. That what does your husband? What do you bring to your husband that you enhances his life? How do you enhance his life? Boom, bing, 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 boom.
Yep,
boom,
go
boom,
on to
boom.
her,
Right.
don't
So
think.
you got that? Okay. So you come back for $200 or 1,000. I'll take that for 1,000. Dwayne, I'll take that question for 1,000. So my question to you is, really, so as you move forward, then how much time would you give yourself time to grieve to be better? And so the question then is, what are you doing to work on yourself? Right? What areas do you still need repair, you think need repair?
Okay, well, as I was saying before I rushed off, there was an emergency, guys, over here. So anyway,
Yes.
like I said, I'm very defensive, and I am. And because I feel like I have to stay there, I
Sure.
have to make sure that I'm
Yeah.
protecting myself. My problem is that maybe I should have waited before I got involved in a relationship. But here's my thing, and I asked you about it earlier.
Yeah.
When I let you know this is my baggage, this is my hurt, this is
Right.
where my hurt is right here, and I tell you that,
Sure.
and you cannot, and you don't have a sensitivity to that or an empathy towards that,
Right.
because
Right.
you gotta play devil's advocate
Mhm.
all the time.
Right. Sure.
I
What does
have
that
a
mean
problem.
by that? The
So-
guy you're dating, or just
A
guy?
guy I was dating,
Right, got
and
it.
it bothered me because
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so in my marriage, before my ex-marriage, I don't know however you say it, but anyway, in my other marriage, well, the only marriage I've had,
Right.
my ex-husband he never had my back, like, right there when things would happen. I had to have my own. But then when something happened with somebody else,
Right.
you would protect
Sure.
them. You'd
Yes.
be there for
Step
them. So first of all, that doesn't fall well with me
Yes.
at all.
Right.
But when it's another female,
Mhm.
now we
Right.
got a problem.
Right.
Because what makes her more worthy to be defended than me?
Right.
So if I'm coming to you and I have a problem, and if I'm telling you about something and a female is involved,
Right. Sure.
and you're going to play devil's advocate with me,
You talking about your ex-husband?
my current,
or-
well,
Gotcha.
not my
The
current,
guy
the
you
guy I
dated.
was dating.
You right,
So
right.
then when I was, and then a female comes up in there, and you take up for that
I
female.
see you getting angry now.
Yeah,
I see
no.
You see it? Yeah.
The jaws are getting
Yes,
tight.
I am. Okay, because it's happening like yesterday,
Sure.
right?
All right.
So
all
when
right.
whenever that
I feel
happens,
that energy. I
thank
feel that
you.
energy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's
I got
coming
it.
at you.
Okay, I got it. All right.
So when that happens,
Yeah.
now we have a problem.
Okay,
Because
gotcha.
now you're taking me back to where I was, and you know you're taking me
Sure,
back because
sure.
this isn't brand new. I've let you know that
Right.
this is a sore point in my life.
Yeah, so
And
how do
you're
you not
taking me
bleed
back.
over because a person can be innocent and now
Right,
you
well, you
bleeding,
leave them, 'cause
you
that's not a
puking and
marriage.
bleeding all over them. You puking and bleeding all over them. So, have you started therapy?
I need to.
Yes. You know, on the installation chaplains, you have installation chaplains that's there who are professional family life therapists and clinicians that you can go see somebody.
Yeah.
All right. No, so, but that's good that you recognize that though. I think part of discovering healing is to recognize where you are, what level of pain you have, and to own it. And to own it. Again, there are blind spots we have that we're oblivious of,
It's
that
the
they
people
come
that
up.
keep coming
And
in my life.
yeah, sometimes they get triggered and they come up. And to
Right.
be able to express that. Now, I do want to say this. The term sensitivity, I don't necessarily think that the men would utilize that
No.
specific term, right? More of, and I don't even necessarily, now I can't speak for all men, it's not all SSP, but we don't really grow up like that. We grow up with, all boys play with snails and puppy dogs' tails, and that's
what you're made of.
boys are made of.
Right.
So we grow up, man. So this whole concept of sensitivity, no, I don't really think that. Now we can learn, be empathetic, and to learn now what is it that the woman need, right? Our women need, and then to try to implement that, like listening. Listening is empathetic. You don't need somebody to try to solve the problem, because we're gonna try to solve it. You crying? What's the problem? Let's solve it, because that's too long. How long do you want me to sit here and spoon and cry? No. Let's fix it. So I think, in the sense of the work that perhaps you could do, or I suggest, is that be able to work on those areas that we don't have to have our guard up. And the guard is up because of what has transpired over the years.
What I would like
Yeah.
is I would like a guy
Mhm.
that would see me.
Sure.
I had a dog that was like this.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need a damn dog.
That you go buy. I almost said something. I watched a YouTube
I
post.
was-
You gonna buy a dog and what?
No, he
Down
was great.
low.
He
Right.
protected me.
Right,
He was
sure,
very
sure.
protective of me.
Yeah, sure.
And I was
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't understand why that is so dang hard.
Right.
If somebody attacks me or I
Sure.
feel attacked and I tell you, I want you to be like, let's go. The gun's
Right.
in the car. We're gonna go handle
Right,
this.
got it.
Now, are we gonna do it? No. But you know
Right.
what? That would make me feel good.
Sure.
instead
I got
of
Yeah.
now, and I told him that I was like, you know what? Since you're so good at seeing everybody's side,
Mhm.
how about you stop and look at mine for once?
Got it. That's a good.
Shut him up.
Perspective.
But I was just,
Yes.
Yeah. This side. So it amazes me when people have this grand perspective and you can see everybody's side except the person who you're in a relationship
Absolutely.
with.
And sometimes we can't. Again, those are our blind spots. And we want to be able to. Therapy
know.
works. Therapy works. But I definitely want to commend you for sharing your story, Lady Day. Really, I definitely feel your energy. Definitely, I know it's a good thing. I mean, and it's a good thing. I appreciate you sharing your story. And just being authentic and being honest and being real. So this too shall pass. This too shall pass. I do know that. And then, Sister Valerie.
Yes.
That's a beautiful, of being real and being true and being authentic. I really appreciate you shared. You was riding with us the other night, when we were talking about what's love got to do with it.
Right.
And you're here with us tonight to do this second segment on love, legacy, and lack of a father. And so as I close, right, we're going to close with this last question. Where do you want to be in the next 5 years or 10 years in terms of yourself? But then if you get in a relationship, where would you like to be 5 or 10 years?
Definitely healthier.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
like to be healthier. In 5 years,
Sure.
maybe I'll be in a relationship. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I definitely hope that I've sought out the help that I need and I'm in a healthier place
Yeah.
because I believe that that's when I can bring to a relationship what will help me get what I need
Sure,
from a
sure.
relationship. So,
Yeah, yeah, and once the brokenness is healed, and it's not an overnight success.
Mhm.
It's a continuing of allowing the fresh water to be poured in the cup until it runs over. Okay? And that's over a period of time. And so, absolutely. Mhm.
Yeah. I guess for me, in 5 years, I still want to be with Dwayne.
Mhm. That's
And
right.
I think what I need to do is, instead of thinking about myself and
Yeah.
what I'm going through, all my
Sure.
issues or problems during the week or, whatever comes up, I'll sit there and I'll tell him all my issues.
Yeah.
But I don't ever sit and say, how are you?
Yeah.
What's on your mind? What are you
Sure.
thinking about?
Yeah.
And I want to be able to do for him because he's done
That's awesome.
so much
Yeah.
for me in my
That's
life
awesome.
and helped me get through a lot of
Yeah.
bad times.
That's awesome.
So
That's
I want
awesome.
to be there for him.
Would you do something for me tonight
Sure.
as we close the show?
Maybe.
Would you go to Dwayne today, after the show tonight, when you're at home, and you literally look him in his eyes and say to him, Dwayne, I am sorry.
Mhm.
I am sorry that I was selfish, that I didn't see you. I am sorry. Forgive me.
You're gonna make me cry.
I
It's
know.
okay. You can cry at somebody. Oprah is watching me. Hey, Yvonne. Hey, Dr. Phil, you watching? No, seriously.
Because
This
he's
is
been there
no.
for
This
me
is
all
this.
the time.
Yeah, you. That's right. Cry. Let them see it. You better look, Dwayne. I am sorry. I didn't see you. Forgive me. And then here's the thing. How can I make it up to you? How can I make it up to you?
Yeah.
Is that all right, Dwayne? That's all right. Hey, ladies, I really appreciate you all sharing tonight. I really do. Thank you so much for coming out, being with me. Valerie, Vita, Lady Day. It's been wonderful. It's been
Yes.
refreshing. I really think your story is definitely going to impact so many other people that they can learn some lessons from you all, and they can look at themselves too to say, hey, what do I need to do to recognize my past, to bring it to the present, process it so our lives can be better. All right, but thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Hey, but I want to thank you all for joining Dreams in Action. I'm your host, C. Orson Brown, and this has been an amazing show, and thank you all so much for joining. And if you haven't, go ahead and like, subscribe to the page, because we look forward to doing some other great shows and some other content. I'll start doing Monday motivations in the future, and then also doing individual interviews of hopefully individuals like John Maxwell in the future. Who knows? I'm gonna reach out. Interviews with Esther Pearl, which is an amazing woman. She's for 3 decades. She's been a clinician, and just other interviews of prominent people who have done some significant things to impact people's lives. And so all I'm doing is just practicing with my left hand, practicing my craft, just trying to meet people where they are, to love on people, to make a difference, And thank you for joining tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.